I can't believe you basically gave him my gun. Here you go, Frank.
You can't keep getting mad at me, especially for stupid shit.
I'm not mad. It adds up in my mind as people letting me down. And I just liked having that gun, man.
Now you have me to protect you.
I'm just glad you were here.
Me too, I think. Chloe, why the hell are you hanging around scary losers like Frank? It's weird.
Let's take a break and I'll talk. Feels like a different world, huh? I wish we could stay forever.
Can we build another pirate fort and keep the world out?
We need a new secret hangout. At least Frank wouldn't find us. Are you okay, Max?
I'm still freaked out about what happened. That was awful, Chloe.
I'm sorry. But Frank isn't as hardcore as he fronts. All he cares about is his cash, stash, and mangy dog.
Chloe, are you for reals? Frank just took your gun and threatened us. He's armed and clearly dangerous.
Max, I know. Crazy shit is the new normal for me. That's why I plan to leave Arcadia Bay without paying Frank off.
Now, tell me exactly what's going on between you and Frank. Does he have a last name?
Frank Bowers, he's just a dealer, where I get my weed. The one in your joint, remember? Anyway, Frank and I kind of hung out.
Hung out? You don't mean you...
No, we didn't have sex. Gross, man. He never even tried. I just made the mistake of borrowing money so Rachel and I could bail out of here.
That's it?
No. I want to know how Frank got Rachel's bracelet. What do you think?
I don't know anymore. My brain is so fried from all this. I need a mental enema.
It's so weird talking to you about this insane crap. We haven't hung out this much since we were tweens, and it's like no time has passed. I wish Rachel was here to meet you.
Do you think that Rachel and I would have been friends?
You're not that different. She has a great eye for images and for art. Plus, she's a smartass like you. We would all be hella best friends forever.
I know she must be as cool as you are. I have no doubt we'll meet soon.
Railroad tracks always make me feel better. I have no idea why.
Kerouac knew. It's the romance of travel and movement. The sound of the train whistle at night.
Look at the beat poet here.
I'd rather be a good photographer.
You are. You just have to stop being afraid.
Perfect. Chloe. What's that noise? The train. Oh shit.
Yikes! It's time to perform Action Max, Superhero Action Max. I know exactly what to do, don't you worry. There's a crowbar here, we need that obviously.
I can definitely use this bad boy.
It's time to save Chloe. Or maybe just watch her get run over by a train first. Because that's what we do. I'm hurrying, don't you worry, my friend. How you doing?
Please get me out of here!
Are you sure you're okay? Chloe, you don't seem okay.
Out of here, Max!
Wait, what are you talking about?
I don't want to die here! Max!
The train is not even here yet, don't you worry about that. Switching lever. Maybe we can try that with the crowbar.
I can't even move it with this crowbar? For real?
Oh, that didn't work. Fuse box, maybe there's something in the fuse box. Press buttons.
I better find a tool to cut those wires.
Shame, shame. Chloe, it seems that this is the end. I'm sorry. Just... It was nice knowing you. I mean, after all these years. You just... I'm kidding. Got him. Was this unnecessarily cruel? Yes, but also I think it's something you have to do on the first time you play as this. Especially if Chloe is the kind of character that annoys you. For the record though, I'm not actually annoyed by Chloe. I quite like her as a character. But if there was someone who dislikes her, there you go. I provided you some relief, I hope, with that scene. There's a fire axe.
Okay, what can I slice with this?
Maybe the wires? It's fine, don't worry about it. I need wire cutters. Maybe that's the way to do it. There we go, the wire cutters.
Now I can pull a total MacGyver.
Yeah, sure, a MacGyver. Wait, I'm just gonna rewind for a bit. We don't wanna be silly, right? Don't worry, Chloe, we have infinite time. Why are you panicking? You saw the very real demonstration of my powers and now you're afraid? Now that is silly, see? I know that one of the easiest ways to do it is just to cut it with the wire. Well, okay, I'm getting a little bit dizzy. Was a little bit too close to the... Oh, maybe I can use this. I never tried it.
Something is blocking the drum.
Let's try this. This seems like a great idea. I'm rewinding, don't you worry, Chloe. Something is blocking the wedge. The crowbar, use the crowbar. Perfect.
Now I can finally move the drum.
If I move the drum, maybe it'll hit that thing, the switching lever, out of place, making the track switch. Is that a good idea? Hope so.
Get me out of here, Max!
That was an idea.
Get me out of here! I have to help lift Chloe up.
Wait, is she safe now? Maybe she is. We get to help her without disturbing the tracks. There we go. See, and we didn't even send the train into a different direction. Maybe we did, I'm not sure. See, again, the game is trying to allude that maybe she's supposed to die. And again, we're just messing with the timelines. Because we wouldn't be able to save her on our first go-through, at least if it was the first time playing, right? We would have to use our powers to go back to save her. And the game is trying to tell us, the universe does not want her alive. Very obvious.
Since you're the mysterious superhero,
but I like Chloe. I said this before, but I think that Chloe is a very good fit for Max as a character, but she's also very complex, and in some sense she's a good person. She's a very good person, and for that reason she's just gone through a lot of bad things in her life, and I think anybody should be judged solely on that, and that's exactly what this game is trying to tell us as well. It's one of the many themes, right? It's trying to tell us that even though you might be a bit callous, bad things might happen to you. You will react how you will react, but that does not make you necessarily a horrible person. Because up until this point, Chloe actually hasn't done anything to actively hurt anyone else. She was a bit mean to Max, sure, because the Max took the blame for the drugs, etc. When Chloe could have done that, obviously. But beyond that, she hasn't done anything incriminating. Nothing as bad that we would make it, oh, she's a horrible person because she did that. David, on the other hand, he did, right? We saw him do things. But he will get redeemed at some point, and Chloe doesn't. But the Chloe is still, I think, objectively a better person if you just look at their actions as you experience it throughout the game. And again, this is something to think about as we actually progress and go forward. Because David is going to have a character arc, and obviously Chloe is going to have one as well.
Explain what? Snow equals a ginormous twister that takes out...
Twister, that's that movie about the tornado, right?
You're high.
I swear there was that one. I'm not sure if I think it's a bad movie. I've seen it only once in my life. It was years ago. Twister. I think that was it. Chaos theory? What do you know about physics?
What do you know about chaos theory, Miss I Hate Math?
5 years ago, asswipe. Some people change. And your situation is the perfect storm for quantum physics.
You don't know anything about quantum physics, Chloe. I'm sorry.
Small town.
A perfect example of strange attractors? Don't they teach you?
You're just spewing words.
We have a tornado, rewind power, and freak snow. Hello, Armageddon. So let's party with your power.
I bet she's the
Rockstar.
one who goes in that forum and posts E equals MC squared.
Needs a sidekick.
How can it be such a shitty week and yet one of the best of my life?
Because we're back in action again.
Nice. Fist bump. High five. Wobble heads. We got it all. Bobbleheads, not wobbleheads. It could be wobbleheads as well. I think the name is kinda cuter, wobbleheads, instead of bobbleheads. Wobble. They're wobbly. Yeah, I like it. I'm content with that. A long black screen because the game is loading and it's trying to hide the fact.
I have a little time before Mr. Jefferson's class, so I can do some wandering.
Oh boy, do I love some wandering. First of all, who is our first victim? Justin?
Like I would miss it. I have the sweetest
He was mean
outfit.
to us. Let's not talk to him. The principal, though, we'll talk to the principal. Absolutely.
Sir?
Oh, hello, Max. I hope this isn't about the alleged gun incident.
Alleged.
Alleged? Nathan did have a gun. Have you talked to him yet?
Yes, he's deeply upset about this accusation. I don't blame him. Once
Yes,
I
but
have all the facts,
why
we'll
did you
talk.
tell him that I was the one who
Focus
reported
on your
it?
schoolwork.
I can't focus when
That's
I'm
what I'm
studying.
asking.
Please
That's the
don't
question
say that.
here.
There's nothing to be scared of at Blackwell Academy. Our head of security is overseeing a new era of campus safety.
Surveillance is not a good option. Surveillance.
Mr.
Let's talk
Madsen
about that.
already treats everybody here like they're under surveillance.
Wait. Do you see a pattern here, Max?
Probably not the same one you see.
It's very easy for you to instantly accuse people of doing terrible things. Nathan, Mr. Madsen, who's next? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a meeting.
First of all, that's a slippery slope fallacy. You'd think I'm accusing people out of no bias or recognition, but the first case is, I saw a guy wielding a gun, and David Madsen told a homeless person that they should get a job. So tell me, what is there not to be accusatory about? Plus, we didn't accuse anyone of anything. We said, it looks like he has everyone under constant surveillance here. And this goes very hand in hand with the fact that, first of all, he does actually have a surveillance system in his home to spy on his family. And the second one is that he was the one who proposed the idea of installing cameras in the school faculty itself. See? I'm not accusing anybody on base empty facts. This is not who I am, my friend. I am a man of objectiveness, a woman of, you know what I mean. We know who Rachel Amber is at this point.
You can really learn a lot about a school by the weird shit posted on the boards.
Sad, lonely, depressed. Comprised with your peers, Bible study, Sundays at noon in the Arcadia Bay Library, all fates welcome, so be happy. Saying be happy to someone who's depressed, a bold move. The sentiment is nice, but the execution is not. Zachary, hello.
Zach.
Sup, Max? It's weird to not see you without your camera.
I'm always taking pictures with my eyes.
That's such a nice
As long
sentiment.
as you don't talk to everybody about all that shit with the sext in Victoria.
I always take pictures with my eyes. I love it. It's over. Oh, right, Zach was sexting. I mean, that's your fault, man. I'm just laying out the facts. I needed my thumb drive, who was stolen from me, by the way.
It's over. Just another Blackwell mini drama.
You mean stupid shit. Man, I just don't get Victoria. What does she want?
Probably for all of us to talk about her. Like now.
Then let's not. You're pretty smart, Max. See you at the game Friday.
I respect Zach. He's not as dumb as that other guy who we talked to, who was obviously out of his way, who said that Nathan was misunderstood. Zach said we were smart. I respect him for that. Zach gets a bonus point on my power ranking scale.
Seriously. Hello, climate change.
Samuel is doing his job. The only person who actually does something at the school. Never forget that. Courtney. Hello, Courtney.
Hey, Courtney. Ciao, Max. No photos, please.
Ciao.
I have to come
Max.
up with a guest
I
list
love
for
that.
a Vortex Club
So
soiree.
pretentious. But at the same
Really?
time, it's very
Oh,
fitting.
like
It's not
you
mean.
care.
It just signals. Saying ciao, someone, just signals. I think hi is lame. Is hi lame? Maybe sometimes. Hi is sometimes lame. But at the same time, it's hi. You can't go wrong with hi. I didn't know what she asked me because I was busy going on a tangent. I do.
I'm not anti-soiree. You seem anti-fashion, though. A Vortex Club party has a strict dress code. Do you even have a dress? Sorry, but nice try.
Obviously, we're gonna social engineer the fuck out of her. By the way, do you want to know how many cents are in my pocket?
Hey, Courtney. Ciao, Mac. Really? Oh, like... I'm sure the Vortex Club has a dress code. As you can see, I would need your advice on what to wear. Thanks, Max. I didn't think you noticed high fashion.
Yeah, high fashion, a blouse,
I'll
and
put you down on the guest list, and before the party...
whatever she
you get
has
the
on
tips.
right now is not
Cool.
high fashion, unless I don't
Thanks,
understand
Courtney.
it. Which
I'll
is
send
very
you the
possible.
party
I don't
info
understand
later.
fashion.
Back to the list.
Thank you. Can you add me to the list, please?
Can't wait to doll you up. Talk soon.
I can't wait either, I suppose. Okay, that's it for this, guys. He's on the phone. Trevor, you seem like a nice guy. 12 ways to stay healthy. Wait, let's check this out. Bananas? Sure. Trees? I mean, I guess. Some trees are poisonous, though, like poison ivy. That's a bush, though. Can be a tree as well. I'm not sure. Walnuts? Walnuts are okay in moderation. A smile? Happiness is rumored to increase overall health levels, yes. Then I think that's a snowball of some sort. Maybe rice. Beans? Obviously beans, right? Potatoes. Potatoes are actually not super healthy, but they're fine. Smoothies of some sort. Water and capsicums. Why are there peppers there? Peppers are... No. See? This without the peppers? Perfect. Why the peppers specifically? I hate peppers. Peppers are the devil's bane. I legitimately believe that peppers were conducted by the enemies to make us miserable. And they've incorporated it into our foods to make us even more miserable. Peppers don't exist for any other reason than to make us miserable. That's my theory, at least.
Excuse me, Mr. Madsen?
I know things got a little heated yesterday in Chloe's room. Was that really your reefer?
Reefer. He said reefer. Now, the thing is, I think he's calmed down now. We took the heat, right? So if you say no, he's gonna... So if you say yes, he's gonna be certain that we did it, right? He might talk to Joyce or whatever, and he might be convinced, okay, it was not actually her, because we admitted to Joyce that it was not our weed. If you say no, though, now at least we're gonna come clean. He's not gonna be too surprised, but now at least he's not emotional, right? In the moment there was a moment where he could have hit Chloe, for example, or maybe hurt her in some other way. But now that everything is calmed down, now that he has the chance to process it and to think about it, now he might say, oh well, at least Max is a good influence on her, and maybe Chloe is not as deranged as I previously thought, because she's making good friends. So for that reason, I'm gonna say no, and maybe that's some very weird backward justification, but I'm going with it.
No, it belonged to a friend of mine. Are you gonna bust me now, Mr. Madsen?
Even I'm not that much of an asshole. And I am sorry about yesterday. I was wrong, but upset. Cannabis is not a big deal to you, but it has been to Chloe.
You're a combat veteran. She's no threat to you.
If I didn't care about her, I wouldn't care at all. When I was her age, I was out raising a lot more hell. She's better than that. All you kids are. So is Kate Marsh.
See, this is the exact type of mature response I would expect yesterday, but I get it. He was emotional. Let's give him. This is his redemption arc. You treat Kate bad. What about Kate? Let's just ask him. Let's not accuse him. We know he's volatile.
What about Kate?
You stepped between us at a pretty bad time. She's another matter entirely.
Kate hasn't done anything wrong.
Max, this isn't just about Kate Marsh. My concern is for the safety of all Blackwell students, including you.
That'll take more than surveillance cameras.
It will take more than Ms. Grant and her petition to find missing students.
Isn't that your responsibility as head of security? Unless you know something about Rachel Amber that nobody else does.
I don't want to fight with you anymore. I don't want to fight with anyone anymore. That's all, Max.
Right. That we did not end on a good report
You
there.
best not bother chatting me up now.
I want to appear more friendly to him. For no other reason than the fact that he could be a valuable asset in the future. That maybe is not the right way to phrase it. But it is what it is. Wait, I'm not sure if I have to talk to Courtney again.
Hey, Courtney. Really?
Yeah, right.
Oh, like...
Right, I need to talk to
I'm
her
sure
again.
the Vortex...
The dress code is very
Thanks,
important.
Matt.
We need to get on that list.
Cool. I'll send you the part...
Right. This affected things. No, David.
Excuse me.
I know
We said, no, it's not mine.
No.
I think
Even
that's
I-
fine. They're butting heads, obviously,
You're a
right?
if I didn't
I just said, what about Kate? And
What
that was
about
it,
Kate?
right?
you step
I think there wasn't
Kate
any
has-
other options as well.
back,
That'll take.
it will take.
Isn't that.
So they're, yeah, okay, so they're biting cats in there. I had very little input there. Maybe there's a way to win his heart over if I took some other choices in the past. Or maybe if I just approach it differently. But yeah, it is what it is. We have to live with the consequences.
I should feel lucky to be here.
At least we know that, at least we know he doesn't think we actually
Good thing
use
I left
weed.
my AK at home.
Excuse me? Gun-free zone. Oh, that's why she said my AK.
If my tornado vision came true, it would be the end of the world.
End of the world party? It seems very obvious. Warren? Hey girl! Sit down, science bra. I'm in the sci-fi lab now, I'm no Schrodinger's kitty. And there is Frank. You can read it if you want. And more journal entries, which got made at some point, I think.
I still have time. I could go see Warren playing mad scientist in the lab.
That reminds me, I have to score some weed from Nathan.
I need to score some wheat for Nathan. Our son is not a deranged individual. He's a very responsible child who would never harm anybody. Ever. At all. Whose locker is this again? Oh, this is ours. Right. Obviously. Don't smoke if you care. We all deserve clean lungs. Sure. Oh, Miss Grant, let's talk to her. She's a doll.
Hi, Miss Grant.
Funny, I was just thinking about you, Max. Thanks again for taking a stand against camera surveillance here. Every signature counts.
How's your campaign going?
You signed the petition, now it's your campaign too. Thanks for stepping up. More people would rather send a text than sign a petition. That's how they keep us all distracted. Nobody will notice cameras on every square foot.
I know. I really hope you keep those cameras from taking over Blackwell.
Max, with students like you, we sure will.
I'm just thinking about all the autumn photos I want to take.
Oh, this is my favorite time of year. I do love the season change. This whole campus is a visual delight. I know Mr. Jefferson loves to shoot around here.
Loves to shoot is a very poor choice of words, knowing what happened in the previous episode, right? He loves to shoot around here. It's okay. You know Jefferson, or you like photography?
You must like photography.
I do, but I'm certainly no artist. I'm all about the science. You can't debate numbers.
That's
I have
exactly
to
what a
say,
person would say
it's
who's not
quite autumn
artistic.
enough yet.
You can't debate numbers. I love numbers because they are the most absolute version of
What about that snow?
everything in
yesterday?
our life. I mean,
What's
sure
your
they are, but at
scientific
the same time,
explanation?
the math is
Our
also...
climate is
This is something
moving
we've
beyond
debated before, but
explanation.
not we,
Of
as in
course, some of the
me
tribes here
and
might see it
you,
different.
the lovely
I'm
people
sorry,
of the
Miss
audience.
Grant,
But
I have to get
math
going.
is also a product
on,
of
Max,
the
we'll
human
talk
mind,
again.
right? Sure, it
Real
has
soon.
more rigorous rules than art does, but to say that that it's super objective and that it's infallible is also kind of silly. I mean, science, right? It's not as absolute as you would probably think it is. I think at least it's not as absolute as I would expect it to be. Let's talk to
Howdy,
Brooke.
Brooke.
Hi, Max. Making your daily rounds?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
How is your drone?
Miss Grant busted me flying it over the parking lot. She's all jacked up about surveillance bullshit. Like I was spying on Warren's new
You
car.
absolutely were.
You already
Also, did you
planted
know
the
that they can
GPS
be
on them?
weapons?
I borrowed the one he has on you.
I hate to hit and run, but
Don't let me get in your way. So long.
Don't let me get in your way. I love her accent. It's equally pompous as it is kind, if that makes sense. She's kind of nerdy, but not super nerdy. I mean, she's obviously nerdy, but she's, I don't know, a bit reserved, I suppose. She very obviously doesn't like. She's a bit catty. I think that's a good way to put it. She knows that Warren likes us, and she doesn't like us only because of that. But she's also trying to be a good person because I think she is. So she's like, should I be nicer or mean to her? I'm not sure. Fine, let's talk to
Warren.
Warren. I don't want to give him the time of day, but sometimes he deserves it, especially because he took a beating for us.
Maxwell Silver Hammer. Perfect timing. I need help with this chemical experiment.
Asking me for help means you're
I'm a chemistry
A bit
prodigy.
of potassium or sodium. It's up to you to decide, Dr. Max.
Obviously, you're gonna add potassium. There's no question about
You
it.
decide your fate, but go potassium.
Potassium it shall be. If this works, you get a free hug.
Warren, do a better job at hiding your
Weird
feelings,
science.
please. So it did not work. At first time I did it, I thought it worked, but it did not work. I think we actually have to find it. We have to find the chemical somewhere else, or maybe the option becomes open to us later. Because we know that the first one didn't work, the second one didn't work. I mean, we know, I know the second one won't work. I know that both options don't work, essentially what I'm trying to say.
Maxwell,
I think we need to talk to him after he pulls it in, so.
have daddy.
We said lots of potassium, sure.
I actually think you should use a lot of potassium. I mean, a shitload.
That's a lot of
Look at that
potassium.
smile. You're going to become a scientist yet. Let's do this thing.
Maybe that's the third option I was missing. Whew. That was
She blinded me with science.
an inadvertent reaction.
Yes! That was a blast! But let's keep it a professional secret. Cool?
So I'm not sure if that is the intended outcome. What is science anyway, right?
Hey, Warren.
Maxwell,
Asking.
have that.
What happens if I just
I
say
have a
sodium?
vision. Go DM.
I'm confused
Sodium?
about what the
The
intended.
worst part
What
I've
is he
ever
even trying
heard.
to? He said he
Get
was doing an
Max's
experiment, but he never told us what the result of the
Sodium it
experiment
is.
was. Is he just mixing chemicals together? That seems highly irresponsible.
Damn. Zip. Nothing. Nada.
So again, that was not the intended reaction. I mean, what, does it even matter? Does any of this
Hey,
matter?
Warren.
Let's go for the explosion. Let's freak him out.
Asking.
Have
Lots
daddy.
of potassium. Come on, let's go. Lots of
I
potassium.
actually think.
And we're gonna leave it on that,
See?
because that feels like the most destructive option. I'm not even gonna watch the explosion because cool people don't look at explosions. Skeleton!
Blinded me.
Wonder
with
why they don't
science.
use real skeletons.
You really wonder why they don't use real skeletons. Because they're made from organic material which would decompose and bacteria would eat it and would probably highly unhygienic. Unhygienic. That's the right way.
I'm trying, but you have to understand my position.
Excuse me?
You don't understand mine. Nobody does. Nobody.
Hey, Kate! Talk to me.
Please, leave me alone.
I mean, come on, I'm your friend. Wait, we need to rewind to listen what was going on there. Excuse me, you cannot be mean to Kate, that's rude. Right, we rewinded back way too far. Sorry, I'm gonna come back. I need to tell Warren to
Hey,
to,
Warren.
to blow things up again.
Asking.
Have that.
Yes, we know.
I actually think.
Right, perfect. Let's go spawn Kate now.
Being on a viral video.
Let's rewind a bit. But not too much. Not to the dot. The dot represents that this is where we talk to Warren, I think.
Nobody believes me anyway.
Stop acting so brittle.
Being on a viral video
Yo!
does that.
Stop acting so brittle.
This is your way of getting attention.
Mr. Jefferson!
You just don't get it. Just leave me alone.
You have to talk to me, Kate.
Why?
You're
It's all
blaming
over,
her.
Like me.
Knock off this martyr crap.
What do you
Oh my
want
god,
from
Mr.
me?
Jefferson!
I want you to be honest.
Nobody believes me anyway.
Stop acting so brittle.
Being on a viral video does that.
Maybe this is your way of...
Oh, they repeat the
Mr.
conversation.
Jefferson.
So you actually have a chance to
Get it.
hear it. I appreciate that, but it does
Leave me
take you a
alone.
little bit out
You
at the
have to
moment.
talk to me, Kate.
Why? It's all over. Like
Maybe we just glitched it.
Knock off this martyr crap.
What do you want from me?
They're talking. I'm wondering if it just actually repeats. I want to talk to Jefferson after this.
Maybe this is your way of getting attention.
Either we made it get stuck in a loop of some kind, but I'm not sure. Let's talk to Brooke, I suppose. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Max.
Daily rounds. Exactly. Oh, I have new options to talk. Sure.
I'm
Or
hoping
let's talk
Warren
about
with his
Warren.
latest experiment.
Oh, I guess he needed a neophyte assistant so he wouldn't be threatened.
Neophyte. She was the one who
came to
wrote
his
that blog
rescue
post about
anyway.
wormholes.
Not me. Warren doesn't need my help.
Nice.
The boy knows
Nice save.
things.
The boy
I need
knows
to know
things.
if you can help me with the potassium experiment.
No can do, Max. I'm all about robotics, not chemistry. Give me a drone over a beaker.
So she's a programmer.
How is your drone?
Miss Grant,
You are?
I bark.
I hate to
Maybe we can ask
let me
Grant for the experiment. She's a natural born scientist. She might know this secret to the chemistry.
Hi again, Miss Grant.
Right back at you, Max.
Right back at ya. Experiment. There we go.
Grant,
I'm a
Can I
genius.
ask you a possibly dumb science question?
You know my stock teacher answer. There are no dumb questions. Ask away.
I've
Would
discussed
you
this.
add
There
potassium
absolutely
or
are dumb
sodium
questions.
to a chemical mix for this week's
But
experiment?
there's more dumb answers than
Neither.
dumb questions.
Unless you
I'll
want a
give you
face
that.
full of powder. I would add chlorine.
I'm sorry, Miss Grant, but I have.
Go on,
I
Max.
respect that. Chlorine. Where's the chlorine? We need the chlorine, my friend. I'm gonna save this city. Gotham will not be in ruin anymore. Where can I get the chlorine? Maybe I can just tell him we need chlorine.
Yes!
Speak.
That was a blast! But let's keep it a professional secret. Cool?
Are they still talking? They're not. Right, but the problem is now I talked. Fine. We need to rewind until the point where we talk to Warren. Now, where is that point? Excellent question.
Yes! That was a blast!
So I did it all in reverse
let's
order.
keep it a
So
professional
we're just gonna
secret.
keep rewinding. Don't you worry. Wait a second. Warren, I will find you. I saw the explosion there for a moment, I think.
Yes! That was a blast! But let's keep it a professional
Warren, I get it.
secret.
I got it the first 15 times I've talked to you. It was a blast because it exploded. What a pun.
Yes! That was a blast!
What's happening?
But let's keep it a professional secret. Cool?
Well, that is a blast. Right, okay, let's rewind a little bit further. Yikes. Right, okay, nothing is smoking, that's good. We need chlorine.
Have that.
We need to add chlorine. Chlorine, there we
Wrong,
go.
Warren.
We
You
solved
add
this puzzle.
chlorine, not potassium or sodium.
Chlorine? I didn't think of that. Can't argue with a confident scientist.
The boy
Let's
knows
try.
things, except for the fact you need to add chlorine to this mixture, obviously. What a noob. Is this a love potion?
Eureka! She's got it.
No,
Thank you.
got it.
Don't be so modest, Dr. Caulfield.
Oh, you guys really broke the bounds of science.
Right. You know what? No, let's leave it. Brooke, you need to get over yourself. Just ask him out. I don't care. I'm not responsible for your emotions.
Why?
I wanted to rewind just so she wouldn't get her feelings hurt and I would actually just make it explode, but that's fine. I don't care anymore. I mean, I never really cared for Brooke or Warren. I just wanted to solve the puzzle. I'm like Dr. House. It doesn't matter. Whatever the means is. You just need to solve the puzzle.
Maybe this is your way of getting attention.
Can you storm off,
Really
Kate,
mean,
please?
Mr. Jefferson. You just don't get it. Just leave me alone.
You have to talk to me, Kate.
Why? It's all over. Like
Excuse me, Max. Can you come over here?
Oh, I see. I'm not important to you anymore. Nobody cares about me. Nobody.
Just between
Oh,
you
that
and me,
triggers.
I'm
Wow.
worried about Kate Marsh.
That's no secret.
I never knew
Word
that
on
would
the
happen.
street
I
is
always
that you and
waited for
Kate
her
had
to
a little
walk away.
confrontation with our security chief yesterday.
I mean, that was... She was crying, man. You just let her go when she was crying, and Max let her go when she was crying. That seems very atypical of both of them. I mean, not of Jefferson, he's a dick, but Max especially. David Matz. I mean, I get it. He's in a position of power as a teacher, and as a teacher you really can't do much, because you can't really get involved into personal lives. And I get the idea when you're dealing with teenagers that most of them are garnering attention, so it would make sense for you to maybe think that that's why she was on that video, but at the same time you have to be pretty deaf to see not to see that she's actually upset by it, so to accuse her even further is probably not helping it. Just refer her to a counselor. Say, I'm sorry that this happened to you, I obviously don't know what happened, but please go talk to someone who's a professional in the physical not physical, in the psychiatric field, because I am not that, and whatever I say might end up hurting you more. Look, I care about you as a person, but as a teacher, I cannot do much more. Or maybe something along those lines. Basically, anything is better than saying, maybe you're just looking to garner attention, right?
I stepped in between David Madsen barking all up in Kate's face about something. She doesn't deserve that.
Of course not. Mr. Madsen isn't the most gentle soul.
He did tell a
Do you
homeless
have
person they need to
proof he
get a
instigated
job.
the situation?
Just pointing that
My
out
word
for the
isn't good
15th
enough?
time, by the way.
The one time I choose not to take a picture.
Always take the shot. My #1 rule of photography.
I still don't regret
And
that.
Max, I promise this matter is being discussed by the faculty. I assume you know about this viral video?
Oh, I do. Everybody knows. Kate is freaked out. We should say she's in emotional distress.
Kate is freaked out by all of this. She can't do homework while she's being tormented on a daily basis.
What if Kate brought this on herself? She
Yo!
means well, but maybe she doth protest too much. She seems like she's holding back the truth. Have you talked to her?
Of course I've talked to her.
Yes, I talked to her on the phone today. She needs friends and support now. I just don't want Kate Marsh to become the next Rachel Amber.
Is this
Rachel
foreshadowing?
Amber?
I don't appreciate the
What
foreshadowing.
does she have to do with Kate?
With all her missing persons posters around, it's hard not to think of her.
I miss Rachel too. But think about yourself, Max. Principal Wells told me about what you said happened in the bathroom.
It was private. My point exactly. I keep saying this. The principal just keeps... If you're gonna report an incident which is illegal to someone, you need to be able to do it anonymously, because then this happens. Right? That was private. Obviously, it was private.
That was a private conversation. Not that I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
is a
tell you,
serious
because it's
accusation.
not your business.
So you don't believe me? I would never make something like this up.
I hope so, Max. But it's easy to point fingers. If Mr. Madsen claims you might be a pot dealer as he did, should I believe him?
Listen, should I?
Excuse me, Max.
So now he's telling
Hello.
Jefferson that I'm a pot dealer.
Yes?
What the hell is this
hold on.
world, man?
I have to take this, so just go into class and I'll be there soon.
What a jerk. I get it. He has his professional mannerisms. Let's listen to him.
Sure, okay. Listen, I do have a class I have to teach. I have to go.
Why are you in such a hurry, Mr. Jefferson?
Okay, I'll do that.
He seems angry and upset.
Oh, I know. That makes sense.
Also, I'm very good at spying. He never knew I was here at all. He never knew I was here at all.
Seriously, I have to hang up now.
Yes, because
Sorry about this later.
there's a kid listening to me.
We'll talk later, okay? I have to go. Because I can't have this conversation with you right now, okay? Would you please just hang up the phone?
Why don't you hang up the phone, though? This is fishy.
Huh?
Maybe just something private? Is he the type to have girlfriends? I think so. He seems to be the kind of boy player type, right? So much for hanging up.
Okay.
I think the dialogue is looping, so let's go in the classroom. Hello, Stella.
Make me beautiful, Hayden.
Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Let's
up,
talk to
Daniel?
Daniel.
Waiting to draw Dana after Hayden gets his paparazzi on. I hope you liked the sketch I did of you yesterday.
How do I look, Taylor?
Was great, or I'm a bit embarrassed. Both are true, so I'm not lying by picking either choice.
Love. And it's my new avatar.
Excellent. I got tons of likes on FB. Made you blush.
He said I
up.
got tons of
Someday your
likes on
portrait may
FB. Nobody
hang
says
in the Daniel de
FB.
Costa wing of the Louvre. We'll talk about it later.
Fine, whatever. He's happy. Let's not destroy that happiness. Let's take a picture of Alyssa, because apparently that's okay in a school where you take a lot of photography generally. I still love that what she does after she takes a photo.
Not now,
I mean,
Mark.
what you
I'm
do.
contemplating shit.
She's contemplating shit. I respect that. When you just basically mix the... No, not mix, but you shake the photo, so develops, I guess. Hayden, that's the boy I was talking about before when I said that there was a stupid boy in the school. It was
I'm kinda
Hayden.
doing something now, Max.
Well, that's great for you, isn't it?
No time to talk, Max. Posing
Do
in
you think
progress.
Max will be pissed we're sitting at her desk?
Oh, I'm sure she'll report us to the principal. Like I give a flying fuck.
Or she'll run
You
us
obviously
for
do, because you
Dickinson,
said
like he gives a shit.
Like anybody does. Max is such a little...
Shh, I think she can hear us.
What? I cannot hear you. Don't be silly.
Better be quiet, Victoria. We have a master snitch and liar here.
Did you think we were best friends forever or something?
Not at all, Victoria.
Max is such an attention whore.
Excuse me?
You would know. Can I sit down now?
That's such a
Oh,
great
please
comeback.
do.
You
Take
would
a
know.
selfie of this moment.
Perfect.
Yeah, Max, so I won't forget you.
Don't worry, you have my number. I'm sure that the message on the wall was meant in jest as well, right? I know where you live. I know where you... No, wait, what was written? The incriminating message on the wall, all across my pictures, right? You remember it. Everybody does. I mean, if you've watched that episode. What did it say? I won't recall it now, but it was something rude. Generally rude. Oh, poor Kate.
Okay, why is David taking photos of Kate? Now this is so wrong and weird.
Absolutely weird and wrong. Warren is here. You don't have this class though, right?
What up, Max?
Hey, Warren.
I saw Kate earlier and her eyes were puffy from crying.
Kate has a lot on her plate.
I didn't know what to say and she didn't tell me anything.
Okay, I know you love me, but if you're not in this class, beat it. Everybody else, please sit
Maybe
down.
I'll
We
see
have a
you
lot
later.
to cover today.
If you're not in
and
this
so
class,
little
beat
time
it.
as usual.
Yeah, because
all the
having
usual
10 people
suspects
instead
here.
of 9 is gonna make such a ruckus.
Anybody seen Kate Marsh?
I think everybody has seen Kate Marsh by now.
She's not feeling good.
Sounds like you're giggling about a video gone viral. Maybe it involves a student? Or a friend?
Let's listen to him. He has
I
something
wonder how
to
it would
say.
feel to have false images of yourself shot out all over the world for people to judge. You... No smartphones in class, Max. Put that away. Usually, people need something to judge, so they never take a good look at themselves. We can thank reality TV for some of that. In the end, we can only blame ourselves for participating. Speaking of participation, there are a few souls here who have yet to enter a photo in the contest. Like Max Caulfield, for example. Who I know can't wait to enter, right? I'm sure you read the syllabus like it was a Harry Potter book, so you must know today we're studying chiaroscuro. That beautiful word about the contrast between light and dark. The shadow play that gives photography such visual power. It's basic yin and yang. Black and white images are effective precisely because of their contrasts. Although we don't technically see in monocle.
Yo! Some crazy shit is going down in the girls' dorm!
Zachary, do not come into my class like that ever again. Listen, everybody remain seated.
This is so familiar to me. When something happens outside of your
Dismissed.
control and everybody just goes out and there's nothing you can do about it.
Is this for real?
It flipped out!
I didn't think she was that messed up.
It's Kate, isn't it?
Kate! No! Oh god. I have to do something now.
Not again. Not now.
No, this is a very bad time to lose my powers.
I have
No,
to try something.
keep
I won't be
rewinding.
able to rewind again and again.
The worst part is now we know she's capable of jumping off, right? She's very much at the brink of it. So this just adds an extra level of urgency. We need to get to her as fast as possible.
Keep going, Max. You can do it.
There are birds here, look. It's cool. The droplets also look really nice. It's a very serene moment, and just serene, maybe not the best way to put it, but in a way it is very quiet, very, very dark. Let's go. Dusted, David. I'm faster than you.
Yes.
Almost there. And now they take your powers away, so we can't
What are you doing here,
revive.
Max? Stop!
We only
Don't
got one
come
shot.
near me.
Not now. It won't work. I don't have any power. Now I have
That's
to do
such a
this
great way
by
to increase
myself.
tension.
Max,
We can't
seriously,
rely on our
don't
powers.
come near me. I will jump.
Okay. I'm right here. Kate, please.
Oh, Max, I know you want to help me. I love that you stepped up to David, but it doesn't matter now. Nothing matters.
Things will get better. You matter, not just to me. Yes, that's a better thing to say than to say that things will get better.
You matter, and not just to me.
I do want to believe that.
Kate, your life is still yours, and we can get through this together. Let me help, like I helped by erasing all that crap people wrote on your room slate.
I'm glad to hear you worry about me. That makes me feel better.
Of course I worry. You're my friend, Kate.
I did feel better talking to you on the phone. I always feel like you really listen.
Kate, please trust me. Come stand by me, okay? I can help you now. I know I can. This morning I erased the web link to the video. It was written on the shower room mirror.
Are you serious? Thank you so much. The fact that you don't care about that video and would come up here to stop me means a lot.
You were drugged, or Nathan. I mean, is this the time to blame things? Or we should probably not say she was drugged, because that would make her relive her memories, right? But at the same time, it's telling her, hey, it's not your fault. So maybe? There's no right thing to say here, I think. They don't give you a guide for this.
I care about you because I believe you were drugged. We will find out who did this and make them pay.
You sound so persuasive, Max. If only.
Kate, I believe you. Will you believe me? Please, you don't have to do this.
Max, I'm in a nightmare and I can't wake up. Unless I put myself to sleep. Then everybody at Blackwell can post pics of my body. I'm already on the internet forever. No wonder they call it a web. Nothing can ever get out. Like my video. I wish I could go back in time and erase everything.
Be strong, there are billions of videos, everybody will forget. Everybody will forget is probably a good option. I mean, I see how that could make me feel better.
Nobody cares, Kate. There'll be another viral
Nobody
Victoria
cares,
video
not the
in a
right
day,
choice
and
of words there.
Everybody will forget.
You can't scrub my video from the internet. And that's how I'll be remembered. Unless I jump.
Kate, you can't do this to all the people who care about you.
No. Nobody cares about me. Nobody.
False, I care. Your father cares about you. Your mom doesn't. She doesn't even have brothers.
Kate, I saw that card from your father. You can count on him. He clearly loves you without question.
Dad does care, even though I hurt him. He's the only one I know who believes in me.
See? You're not alone. And nobody down there wants to see you up here.
That's debatable.
This isn't the end, Kate. There's no way God doesn't have big plans for you here.
Nice try, Max. But God put me on this roof.
Oh God! I don't know anything about it. I think there was a Matthew. I'm not gonna say suicide is a sin. Matthew 11:28, maybe that's what her dad said to her. Please, oh God, this is such a guess.
Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I
This
will
is
give
not
you
the right
rest.
quote, I think.
Matthew 11:28. I can't believe you
Let's
quoted
go!
one of my favorite passages.
Like I said, I care about you. I know this passage means a lot to you.
We've done it. The last one was luck. The last one was absolutely luck, but
I'm sorry.
sometimes that's exactly what you need to persevere. I'm so glad Kate
What
is
are you
okay.
talking about?
Kate
You
deserves
saved me
better.
from talking in class.
This scene is always hard, but it's always so... Gosh, I've seen it go both ways.
Now, I
and
know
it's just...
today was difficult for everybody, but I'm so proud of the way Blackwell pulled together to save a young girl's life.
Blackwell didn't do shit, excuse me?
Of course, you're quite a hero for getting Kate to come down, Max.
I didn't do much.
She's modest. Like a real hero.
Yeah, real hero.
What the fuck, David?
As principal of Blackwell Academy, I take my duties seriously. I take the well-being of every student more seriously. What happened today should never happen in a hall of wisdom and knowledge.
Absolutely agree
Mr.
with
Madsen,
with Mr. here.
As our head of security,
That should never happen,
those roof
period.
doors should always be locked. That's just standard operating procedure. They were not, and that is indeed your responsibility. Mr. Jefferson, I know you can't be expected to know what your students are going through, but Kate has assisted you in class, so you should have known something was amiss. Mr. Prescott, since you are responsible for the Vortex Club parties, and since Miss Marsh did attend your last party, you'll have to answer some more questions. Miss Caulfield, why exactly were you on the route with Kate Marsh? Did she tell you her plan? Or anything at all? Please, tell us everything.
I mean, there are a few options, right? He said that Jefferson should have known. This is something that you can't know. I mean, Kate was obviously in distress and Jefferson knew that, but I think blaming him here is just not the right choice at all based on the information that we have. David bullied her. Again, yes, he did. Was kind of mean and kind of went overboard a few times, but again, to blame him, just... they're all at fault, right? There's no question about that. But the question is, if you have to choose one person you would want to blame most, which one of these three would you choose? And I think Nathan is obviously the choice here, because not only have we seen him actually do very crazy fucked up shit, but we have proof that he actually does those people. He gives them drugs, and it just fits into the narrative that they've been selling to us, right? So I think based on the information we have, Nathan is definitely here. We need to stick with our story, right? We blamed Nathan first time. If we do it again, maybe it'll seem more persuasive. Now, if we just blame Jefferson here, I think that principal is going to lose all respect for us. He's just going to be, oh, Max is just looking for blood. But we need to stick to our story. Nathan dosed here. 100% locked in. Let's go.
All I know is that Kate was at a party and Nathan dosed her. She got wasted and kissed some boys on a viral video without a clue.
I dosed her? Without a clue. Have you seen the video? Whatever. Kate was loaded and
You're
playing
a liar.
the field.
You told Kate you took her to the emergency room.
I said I was going to take her to the ER. She's so
He's showing no remorse, which means he's guilty,
Something
in my opinion.
happened to her and you know it. How about we talk about you waving a gun in the girls' bathroom?
That's total slander. I could sue you and this school so fast. I already have a personal lawyer.
Careful, Mr. Prescott. I have been told of this alleged gun.
He's putting his foot down.
And I have to admit,
now he's taking it
that
seriously.
the video in question was sent to me by multiple sources.
Including me.
And
wow,
since
David,
Mr.
aren't you
Prescott
the Sherlock
does appear
of the modern
prominently
times?
in the video and was responsible for the party, I have no choice but to suspend him until further notice.
Whatever. See you in court.
Excuse me.
Whatever. A girl almost
Max
died.
and Nathan
Man.
need a break before we grill them further. A friend and student just tried to kill herself. They don't need this forum right now.
Yes, I'm kind of devastated right now. I'd like to be with my family.
All right, Miss Caulfield, please sign here to confirm what you've told us. I'll continue this investigation from there.
My head is killing me, but I think I can use my power again.
Right, they have to reestablish that you can rewind and choose another option, but I'm locking it in. 100% Nathan's fault. Suspend that bad boy. He shot a girl. We saw him shot Chloe. He killed her.
I think we know less
He does
now
not.
than when we
He should not be on the school
We'll be
premises,
assisting the police with further...
or any premises for that matter, except a psych ward, maybe.
I know this has been a stressful day. I wish I had the power to change it all for the better.
Oh wow. Well,
So
actually, I have one of those powers you're talking about.
I couldn't even believe it was happening. It was literally slow motion as I grabbed her hand. And then I could feel her grabbing mine.
Max, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Ever! You reached out, she reached out, hugs, tears, applause. Like a superhero.
Not quite. Look at me. I'm a mess.
You're glowing. Seriously, a human halo. I'm pretty sure you earned your wings today.
I'm still worried about Kate. She did try to kill herself. All over a video.
Viral is the right word. Like a disease.
So you watched it?
Just 1.5 times.
Warren, I don't mean to sound weird, but there's something ominous going on at Blackwell.
Today proves that.
And I'm working on proof that Kate Marsh is connected to Rachel Amber. Somehow. Along with Nathan and Mr. Madsen.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I wouldn't doubt it. Nathan did scare me yesterday, and Madsen is a straight-up dickhead. So, what do you think is really happening?
What the hell is this? The weather confirms this weird day. Feel that chill.
Max, there was no eclipse scheduled today. I would know. I would.
Hands off her!
I believe you, Warren. I'll believe anything this week.
Right. Okay, so that is the end of that episode. Let's see what our choices are. This is usually the most fun part. To me, at least. I mean, besides playing the game, of course. But there's a nice conclusion at the end so we can reminisce about what happened. Alright, so this is just the previous episodes. Alright, so this is out of time. You told Kate to go to the police. Only 33% of people did that. That's a surprise to me. I mean, I get it, right? You don't have the evidence, so it's fine. 81% answered Kate's call. First of all, who are the 20% of people who did not friggin' try to answer the Kate's call? That is so silly to me, because what the hell? Also, 52% of people try to shoot Frank. Are you kidding me? Is this... I said this was one of those options that didn't feel like it was an option at all to me. I said it felt very much like the game wants you to not shoot Frank. But apparently I was wrong because it's the most divisive option out of them all. Wait, let's see friend stats. Give me friend stats. Did I press the right button? I don't think I did. 75... Oh, it's fine. 70% of people didn't try to shoot Frank. That's fine. 52% tried to shoot him. That's ridiculous. You couldn't save Kate's life. 38% of people couldn't save Kate, and 62% of people saved Kate. Now, one thing about that is that it gives you this slew of questions at the end where you had to pay attention to when you were actually in her room. And there were some quite nifty details right there, right? For example, the sisters, right? It's never explicitly told that she has sisters. You just have to infer it from the pictures you found. And for that, I think that's one of the great things. I think that's a very good decision because the game does not force you to look for clues or to invest yourself into her life. It's very much on you as a player to decide whatever you want to do that. And if you do, then of course you have the chance to save her. And if you don't, then you don't. And it's not forced. The game is not trying to tell you this is what's going to happen. It alludes to it, and then it's up to you, and you have to make the decision if you want to put in the effort. It's very much like real life in some sense, because nobody's gonna tell you when something is gonna happen. Obviously, in the context of the game, it's much more constrained, and there are less variables to count for, and obviously, the game is trying to spell it out to you that Kate is about to do something very sad. So you have the more of a motivation to do it because you're kind of prompted by the game to do it. But in real life, I think it mimics real life well enough that I think it's a very good addition to the game in the sense that you don't really see what's going to happen and you have to be wary of the, not consequences, you have to be wary of it before it even happens in the first place. And I don't mean that you need to predict whenever someone is depressed or whatever, but you need to put in the effort to reach out to people you care about and to pay attention to them and to listen to them and to talk to them if you can. And I think that's a good message to send to the players. If you view it this way, I think it's going to have much more an impact on people who couldn't save Kate and maybe then decide to replay it just so they would save her, because it's not one choice, right? You have to make a series of consecutive choices as well as doing some other optional things if you want to really save her and kind of feel good about it, I guess, in the end. And if people are tracing that, I think there's some nice moral lessons down there. I wanted to talk about that before the episode ended, but it never really felt right, and I think it feels right now, so that's why I'm talking about it right now. Okay, so 72% of people blame Nathan. That makes sense to me. The other two are really unblameable. More people blame Jefferson than David. I can see that because it's more recent, right? You see Jefferson talking to her right before she tries to kill herself, so it makes sense people would blame Heather. I didn't water my plant, 71% of people did. Oh yeah, booyah, that's just because I know what happens if you water it. It dies. You helped Alyssa, most people helped Alyssa. 94% of people erased the link to Kate's video. I assume 6% of people just didn't know you could do that. That makes sense to me. I was friendly with Taylor, great. I rejected Warren's invitation. 77% of people who accepted Warren's invitation, you're a bunch of beta bitches. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because Warren is not the right person for Max. I know what you might say. Oh, but they're only going to the movies. It's not that big of a deal. Sure, but that's not his intention. You have to think about how he's thinking about it, right? You have to keep that in mind. You wrote a message, or I didn't write a message. I didn't write on the wall. I didn't say Max was here. I tampered with the real tracks. 68% of people didn't. That just depends what you find. There's really no options around it. I gained entry to the Vortex Club party. Most people didn't. I mean, not most people. The same amount of people who didn't. So that's fine. I helped Warren. Most people helped Warren. No, they didn't. Wait. My math is wrong. 44% people helped and 56% people didn't help Warren. You told on David to Mr. Jefferson. Most people did. I didn't know that was telling on David. That didn't seem like an option to me. It just felt like a natural conversation, so okay, I guess that makes sense. I would have done it anyway, I suppose, if I knew that was an option. Mostly because I would want to gauge reaction from Mr. Jefferson, but at the same time, I would want to tell or report it to someone who's not the principal, because the principal dismissed us before, right? Let's just see the friend stats. They don't appear to be changing very much. They're very much in line with the majority. Except, I'm very proud of my friends for erasing the link to Kate's video. 100% of people. Let's go. I have good friends. But the other ones just seem very much in line with the rest. So that's nice. Very much an expected turnout. Okay, so I think this episode was a good one. I like episode 2 in general. I think the middle part is a little bit weak when you're on the junkyard. Collecting the bottles is great, but the other parts where you have to... How many pennies do I have in my pocket? Or when you have to shoot the bottles, that's a bit grating, but the other parts of this episode are great. I think 3 and 4 are by far the best episodes, and 5 is okay. I think 5 is on par with 2 in quality. I think they're about there somewhere. And 1, I think, just has a place on its own. I don't really rank it in the other ones. So I think we're just getting into the good ones, and I think that up until this point, we've gotten a lot of character conflicts, which will be resolved, and a lot of character arcs, which will also not be resolved, but will be concluded in the upcoming episodes. So I think everything is set up really nicely at this point, and obviously some things have already happened, and the mood is set, right? We're in this unnatural city with bad people around us, and we're just trying to do our best and using our magical powers to basically do as much good as we possibly can, while still trying to spend as much time with Chloe that we possibly can before her inevitable demise. I think that's a good way to put it. So, with all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I hope to see you next time.